I hear this a lot that I can't sleep, I have insomnia, I have anxiety, I have depression. But the main reason is that I can't sleep a lot. बहुत दोस्त बहुत जानने वाले ये कहते हैं कि नींद नहीं आती रात को. And I have seen a lot of people not doing anything about it but just suffering. I see myself in them also because I have suffered a lot in this regard. So this is Mehreen Hashmi. If you are new to my channel, I talk about my own trauma recovery from developmental trauma, being a survivor of abuse for 20 years, and my recovery through mindful routine. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe and like this video and also hit on the notification bell. I also post on IGTV. You can follow me on Mehreen Hashmi _MH. So here's the thing about sleep. I have suffered way too much because of my trauma. It's very easy to understand. For I will start from those who doesn't believe in anxiety because they don't have it. So, and in Pakistan there are a lot of taboos about mental health awareness. We don't even agree that it exists, or kalma pad lo, ye dua pad lo, ye kar lo, ye kha lo. It doesn't work like that. Again, in my previous video, I also mentioned that it's science. We have chemicals, we have muscle memory, we have cognitive memory, we have a mind which stores everything. So trauma is something that stays in your memory and you can't do anything about it. In my case, I am learning to live with it, and I am learning to live a good life with it. Another thing about me is that I have worked a lot on my well-being and my mental health. So right now I'm not on any medication. I have been in counseling for 3 years because I'm an abuse survivor, physical, emotional, and sexual as well. And I had PTSD as well after moving out when I was 24. It's been 12 years also. So you can watch all of these details in my other vlogs. I mention a lot of details about how am I improving on myself, my appearance, my work, and other social survival skill as well. So about sleep, that I see a lot of people mentioning and complaining they can't sleep, but when I or anyone try to tell them to solve the problem, they don't understand it, or they don't want to solve the problem or make an effort. The thing is that for anything you have to make an effort. I am in 2010, I guess. I was very young, 24 years old, and I had a friend who was kind of a yogi. He used to meditate. And he used to meditate for hours, and he taught me to meditate. I had the same reaction, the way people have that कि भाई ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है, मतलब मैं 5 मिनट कैसे. मेरा प्रॉब्लम ये था कि I could not sit for a few minutes without thinking or worrying or just focusing on my breath. And when I mention meditating to other people, their first thing is, how can you improve on just, breathing in and out? They don't practice it. So the thing with meditation is that when you are focusing on your breath, on yourself, inside, you are focusing on your problem. If you have a blister, for example, you have to remove it and then it starts healing. You can't ignore, okay, yeah, I have a blister and will heal. Or, no, I don't have a blister. Actually, this is the most of the reaction towards it, or I'm going to ignore about it, or it's going on, or I should just recite some dua and blow on it. No, it does not happen this way. It happens when you work on it, right? I'm not in favor of medication because it makes you depending on it and it makes you foggy and you can't think and your mind doesn't improve. I have recovered a lot of my traumas through mindful routine. I do reprogramming of my mind also. I'm a very spiritual person. So since then, when that person taught me meditation, I carried it forward. In the beginning, it was for 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, and then now I meditate for 2 hours every day. I wake up, I meditate first, and then I do my workout, and then in the evening I meditate before going to bed. There was a time when I could not go to bed. I was scared of going to bed because of the trauma. I had a lot of paranoia and PTSD, and I used to wake up in my sleep screaming or crying, shivering mostly, because most of the time in my nightmares I was seeing the same thing again and again. And I was seeing that, whatever was happening, the people who abused me were doing it in the same way. So I was feeling that physical and emotional pain again and again. So most of the time, I wanted to wake up myself, but I could not. So what I did to put alarms in different durations and then able to sleep. And I was so scared of going to bed because my mind was alert. I had a problem feeling safe. You can just imagine yourself, you are in a household where people are extremely abusive. I'm not talking about regular strict parents. I'm talking about over the, top abuse, legit abuse. I'm talking about that. I'm not ready to talk about, and it does not matter what facts are there and everything. I'm trying to write about it. But then what happens in our case that you lose a sense of safety. And when you grow up, when you move out, when you have to go through the same struggle, because girls are not safe anywhere, and in Karachi, to be very honest, is the most scariest place to live. You travel and you feel safe. You can't go out on the streets and you don't feel safe here. That's the reality. I'm sorry for being blunt. So all of that, affected me a lot. I wanted to have a safe zone, and then I focused on myself with meditation. I did not ignore my demons. I faced my problems. I faced my demons. I faced my traumas, worries, stresses, everything. My emotional well-being. You cannot ignore what's happening with you inside. You cannot just keep it right there. You have to process everything. If it's pain, I had to face my pain. I had to deal with my pain as if it's a blister, and I have to take it out. And when you are removing a blister, it hurts like anything, believe me. And when you are alone, it hurts more. When you can't even tell someone that, it's hurting or something like that, and you have to do it by yourself. That was my case. But I'm here. I sleep every night. Mostly, sometimes I sleep less for 6-7 hours, but it's a very good sleep. I don't have nightmares anymore, which is a good big achievement for me. And I look forward to going to bed. I only drink coffee once in the morning. I shut off all my screens before bed. I don't go, if I can't sleep, I don't go open my phone and then go through, all the social media, even though I have a very active social media, but I use it for work. I also have a personal life with my friends and I am a very private person. So it's very it's very intimate. And I had a tongue twister. And I don't post it on social media. And I have my timings set that during these hours, I am going to give this time to myself and I'm not going to post or check my phone. So when you wake up at night, in the middle of the night, or you can't sleep, you just try to think, not think, like don't go overthinking. There are a lot of options on YouTube. I follow guided meditations. There are a lot of gurus and everything. You can just play some music and listen to it while you are trying to sleep. Just focus what's happening inside. And another thing is कि बहुत सारे ये लोग भी ये करते हैं कि भाई कल क्या होगा, how are we going to pay this bill, how are we going to manage this and that. I do journaling also, and I believe in manifestation. I will tell you more about my story when I was hopeless, homeless, jobless, and had just one jeans to wear in my next vlog, or maybe after that, in my upcoming vlogs, I can say. So I will share that, but then coming here all the way here, so it was all through a process when how you have to think or how you have to make it happen. Because बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं, हमें बहुत पता. There are so many tutorials. Somebody asked me then how do you maintain yourself. The thing is that there are so many tutorials. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, every social media platform is full of these tutorials of fitness gurus, influencers, makeup tutorials, how to style, it's just a matter of doing it. The day when you are deciding to do it, the day when you're deciding that, okay, I'm going to work on my sleep and I'm going to work hard, or I'm going to work on my mindful routine and I'm going to work on myself, on my emotional health, and to be able to sleep at night, then you are going to do it. Then you are be able to sleep at night peacefully. So try meditating for just few minutes and you can increase it. हम कोई भी चीज फौरन से नहीं कर सकते. You can't just do it for hours. It took me 12 years to reach here. I also have a workout routine which helps me with it physically as well. So it all combines to a good night's sleep. And it's very important because your body starts bloating. If you can't sleep at night, then you are not productive enough. You are cranky, frustrated, annoyed, all of that. So it's very important to be able to sleep at night. And when I was not, it has started only this year that I can go to bed and then, sleep properly. Otherwise, I was up all night and I was working like crazy during the day. I am kind of a workaholic. I'm working on that. So it was affecting my emotional being and creating a lot of things for me. So this is very important. Sleep is very important because it is where it starts from. It goes towards anxiety and it aggravates all of your problems. I don't have panic attacks now. I used to have a series of panic attacks in one day. Now I'm in a lockdown for 3 months and I'm fine and positive. And yes, I have difficult days, but it's not that severe that it used to be. So what are we going to do? You are going to start working on your own self, face your demons, work on your emotional being, and meditate. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. If you want to know more or something else, please do mention in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Much love.